welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am so hyped about today's show because I love 90s music. If you didn't know that, well, now you know. After all, this is Gen X meets pop culture around here, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple of hints on who's coming to the show. Kissing Game, Quality Time, She's Playing Hard to Get. Okay, y'all, I can't wait another minute because coming to Check the Rhymes today, HiFive. Yes, y'all, HiFive is in the building and we're gonna talk about preserving the legacy of Tony Thompson. You know, rest his soul. I love me some Tony Thompson. We're also going to talk about what the guys have been up to during the pandemic, and if we're going to get new music. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss today's show. Joining me today, I have HiFive in the building. Welcome to Check the Rhymes. How are y'all?
What's good, love? We are well.
Chilling, baby.
So just like, you know, we're in a Zoom classroom, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves and let everybody know, how did you get into the group? Because, you know, I don't know that if everybody knows the story. So, you know, we'll start with whoever wants to
day
first.
one. Start with day one, Marcus.
Marcus Sanders. Oh, man. They put me in a group a long time ago. I don't want to tell my age, but it's been a couple of years. Yeah, I think I was the last member elected to be a part of this group at the time, and you know, I've been representing with these guys ever since, man. So, you know, shout out to the fellas.
No doubt.
We're here, we're still alive, bro. Here we go. All right?
Okay, cool. Did you have to audition or something? How did that work?
Well, okay. The history is my uncle was in this group, and they always were competing with Tony at the time, and so Tony beat them enough, and so my uncle's group got a deal with Jive before us. And the lead singer in my uncle's group, which is Adore, he was a producer, writer and a producer. So when they signed, he vouched to come back and get Tony. And when he got Tony, they sent the rest of us around him, and that's how we got HiFive.
Okay, all right. Well, we're glad to see you, Marcus.
Thank you.
Next
Hi, day two.
That be me. That be
okay.
me. My name is Treston Irby from the Bronx. I'm the only member from New York. I got in the group.
You're not.
Well, this is true. Yeah, that's right, Billy. My bad. Well, the only member from the Bronx. Let's do that. Yeah, you know, I got in the group through the grace of God. You know, unfortunately, they was looking for. Fortunately, they was looking for a new member. Unfortunately, that you know, the past member before me had got into a legal situation, and they needed another member to make it 5. And you know, they came to Stevenson High School in the Bronx. I did a gospel concert. Then I sang for their manager at the time. The manager liked what he heard. They was doing across the country. They was trying out, you know, other artists or other guys to try out for the group. And I was fortunate and blessed to get the position per se. And I signed on to Jive and HiFive, and that's about in 90. And here I am, still here today, through the grace of God.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good to see
Last
you.
but not least, like day 15. My name is Billy Covington. Originally from New York, upstate New York, Binghamton, New York. Made my way down to Long Island and then out to New Jersey. Cuzzo's from Long Island too, wine dance, stand up. I got into the group because of Farouk. Farouk's my family, and they were still trying to figure out exactly how to rebuild HiFive, and Farouk suggested me. And I sent some records, and they listened to some records. That was my audition. And it was like, yo, come to New York and let's see what we could make poppin'. And when I got there, I met all the fellas, and the chemistry was really, really organic. It was really cool. Because we were all kind of built and raised, the same way, value-wise. We were all the type of men who put God first, and then everything else follows after that. And between that and having the music, and the way we sound together, man, that was just kind of the catalyst that made this HiFive. And Trust, what is that, like about 6 years now? 7 years?
7 years. 7 years
yeah.
Pushing.
Seven years.
It don't even seem like it though, right?
Wow.
I know time is going, man.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun, baby.
Yeah, it absolutely does, man. It absolutely does. But yeah, that's my HiFive story, and I was super excited and honored to be a part of this whole movement and rebirth and rebuild of HiFive.
Okay, great. Well, since the other two aren't here, they don't get to tell their story. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, watch the unsung.
Right. Word.
So, since this is I don't want to call it a new version of HiFive, but it is a different version from the version that it started out as. So how do you continue moving forward as this group, but also keeping Tony Thompson's legacy alive at the same time?
Well, it haven't been that easy, but it's being done. It was done. It's being done. I think that we try to make sure that we don't lose the integrity of the group. And we all have legacies as well too.
Absolutely.
Each individual legacy and the legacy of the group HiFive, is not just, is 5 others and the group itself that have legacies. So we really focus on that too. And you know how it is, out of sight, out of mind. So I think by us still being focused and continuing to put out music and doing shows helps his legacy as well too, because people want to, the newer fans, they want to research and find out where Usher got that sample from and things of that nature. That song that that he has that got "Kiss the Game" in it that Jermaine Dupri produced. Then you have I forgot the other young group that did the "Kiss the Game" as well. I can't think of their name right now. Forgive me, but there was another young group.
Behavior. I think it's Mindless Behavior.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Mindless Behavior. They did, with the Kiss the Game, had the Kiss the Game going on. So fans that like them, they went on and did research. So it's about that as well to keep his legacy going. And, when we perform, we like to make sure that, we include certain things to keep people interested in the show and things of that nature and new music too. We like to make sure that we still have the elements that we had when we was recording when he was alive, when you can hear our music today and still say, damn, that sounds like a HiFive record. Right. And that's what's important. That's what's important as well. So yeah, I think that's how we do it.
Okay, because I've definitely been to a few shows, and I'm like, the energy is still there. Everybody's still rocking with y'all when you singing, and we know all the words. The energy is still there. So it's almost like he's still in the building, but you guys are definitely representing. So kudos to y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely perform as High Six. Every time before we touch the stage, we pray. And Tony's definitely in the room with us, so that's how we go on the stage as High Six. So he's there on the stage, and I think that the fans and everybody that watches the show, I believe that they feel it as well. So they see what we doing,
Yeah,
they get it.
So speaking of performing, because Corona has put a kink in everybody's plans, how have you guys been handling this pandemic? Each of you can tell me kind of a little bit about what you've been doing during the pandemic.
And oh boy, it's kind of even hard to describe. I mean, we're trying to do the best we can to get through it. dealing with all the uncertainties. I mean, as a group, it's really been difficult for us because we are all in separate places. So, it's really, really hard for us to try to, manage anything at this point. But, I mean, just personally, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, and trying to work our way back into a normal routine. First of all, having a life, paying bills, trying to stay safe and not get caught up in the hype. So I don't know. I mean, we're doing the best we can. Like I said, personally, I am staying out of the way. Haven't been to the mall. Only go to the grocery store. So that's what it's about.
Yeah.
What about you, Billy? What you been doing?
As of lately, well, I'll put it this way: when this all started, I have to say I was in a place where I wasn't sure, like mentally, what was going to happen. And working through it day to day, it's just like it got to the point where it was just like, all right, you got to do something to get yourself out of this hole. And Trust hit me up recently, last couple of weeks. And, we hooked up with this producer and he sent some records, and I just really dove back into writing. And that helped free my mind of all the outside noise, and I just kind of got back to my craft. So, making records has definitely helped me, navigate this thing. Yeah, I can't wait to get back on the road, and I want to put out some records, and, we got a lot of stuff left to do with this HiFive journey. But through all of this stuff, making records and writing records has helped me deal with, all the outside noise.
Okay. What about you, Treston? What you been doing?
I've been, I guess Billy already told you a little bit what I've been doing.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
It's all good. It's all good. I've been working, trying, not trying, but no, I'm going to say trying, because at the time I was trying to stay focused. A lot of personal things, missing family and being in quarantine and stuff like that. You don't have anything to do but think about what's next. What can you do? And I think I used my time to get more in touch with myself, closer to God, and try to figure out and ask God what do He want me to do? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing at this moment? At this moment when all this stuff is going on. So there was a time period where I got stuck, but through prayer, I think everything happens in God's time. And He blessed me with the ability to say, you know what, this is the person you need to reach out to. So God don't answer when you warn Him, but He's always on time. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
When I was asking for it, it wasn't happening. I was asking God for this music, HiFive. Where is that? And over the years, it wasn't coming to me. What I was receiving wasn't. It just wasn't it. And then I guess it took the quarantine and for my prayers to be answered.
Right.
Actually, I'm just saying that I want to say, one day He forced me to make a call. Out of clear blue sky, I heard a voice said, you need to call that person right there. I didn't ask no questions. I didn't know how it was going to get done. I didn't know anything. I just went on pure faith, and I reached out, and from that point on, he changed my whole mindset, and everything. It was like a breath of fresh air. And I was just thankful, I was just thankful. And I said, this is, this is where it's at. I believe this is what we need to be doing during these quarantine times, and then figuring out, like, you know, how are we going to do it? Didn't know how it's going to get done, but you know, I started watching Instagram, and I'm seeing other artists. I've seen, you know, Boys to Men have put something up. New Kids on the Block have put something up to make me say, damn, that's how they doing it now?
Yeah.
That's the new. And then I realized that, you know, we're capable of doing that through technology, because, you know, we all have the ability to do exactly what it is that they done to make something happen. And that's when it was. I was like, that's it. That's it. You know, we don't need to sit around. This is what's happening. And then I reached out to Billy, and, you know, make it work. You know, made things work. You know, in the meantime, also, you know, you got to stay out there in the public eye too. You got to do things, you know, to keep fans interested as well. You know, so that, you know, that's when face mask came about. You know, with our logo on it. You know, hoodies and stuff. You know, just things to let people know that HiFive is still there. Don't just bear with us. You know, it's hurting everybody right now, but we're going to make the best of a bad situation, and we're going to make it into a positive for us. You know, and just stay with us. We got things going on. Don't not stop watching for HiFive. You know. Okay. So that's pretty much it.
So speaking of like Instagram and you know, we all got caught up watching all the verses, you know, competitions, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, challenges. So if HiFive is in a versus, who do y'all think y'all should go up against? And don't tell me that you don't know. You gotta give me an answer.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I know one thing though, and I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna let Billy and Matt get in. I just know that, just to be respectful, man. During those times, you know, it was all good music.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good music out, and
it's all fun, man. It's all fun.
It's all fun,
it's
man.
all love.
It's all fun. It's all love, and you know. HiFive got some bangers too now. That's all I gotta say. You know? That's it. Yeah. You know, HiFive got some joints, man. You know.
So that's basically what I was gonna say. Like we got 1 or 2 hits. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4
or 5.
So you know, I think that we can at least compete for a good, you know, 45 minutes to an hour.
But against who?
We have about an hour. Definitely, I think we have about an hour.
Yeah, you know, keep you involved, take you back. All I'm saying, Samika, is, you know, it's a lot of groups from the '90s. You probably could name 10 or 12 groups from the '90s from our era. So
yeah,
I mean, it's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one.
It is hard to pick one, honestly, man, because it's like,
no, seriously, it's hard to say one, because I mean, everybody got their own lane, and you know, so many hits that came from our era. So
yeah,
you know, like I say, if we would just like to see it as a situation where you get to enjoy the music, even if, you know, it was amongst 2 or 3, 4 different groups. We wouldn't consider it a versus. It's like, hey, let us all just have a party right now.
Yeah. I agree.
Almost like a New Jack Swing experience online.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It wouldn't be no versus, like, you know, who to go against. It'd be more like a celebration of the era. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we all friends, man, you know, pretty much, and everybody got good music, man, during those times. So it would just be more of a celebration, man, and we would want people to look at it more like a celebration of good music, man, good timeless music coming together to just, you know, bring an hour or so of good 90s R&B music, man, take them back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it.
Y'all put that together for us. Put that together for us.
Part of that that's tough though is that there was a lot of like solo artists, and that was kind of doing New Jack too.
Yeah.
Like, so group wise, it wasn't a whole lot on the charts at the same time as HiFive. Of course, there were a few, but like there was a lot of artists kind of in that vein of New Jack, man. That it's hard to do a versus. The celebration thing is dope because you could catch all the solo artists jump in there too that was doing New Jack. So
yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah,
you can work on that, Trust.
Yeah, work on that for us.
Yeah. Me and my boy down in Houston, we worked out that situation with that verse that they had on that Radio Magic 102. I think they had a verses. They do verses too on Magic 102. I want to say in Houston, and they had us with H-Town and stuff like that, so that was pretty interesting, how it went down, but it was all good, yo.
That was honestly the group I was going to mention was H-Town, but I was waiting on one of y'all to bring it up.
See, and the thing is, that's hard too, because, H-Town went like super sexy, hard, well, HiFive was younger, you know what I mean? It wasn't getting all in between the sheets like H-Town was. The era was the same, but the music was different a little bit. So, so it was, that's
my little teenage mind back then. Preteen mind didn't know the difference. So.
Right. It was a cool verses to watch though, for what I was told. You know what I'm saying? And the end result was kind of cool to watch, to hear about it too. Mm-hmm. So it was cool.
Okay. All right.
Wait a minute, Shamika. I gotta ask you. So you trying to tell me you couldn't decipher Knock and Boo?
Listen. I was listening to H-Town and did not know what they was talking about.
Oh,
my parents probably should have taken my Walkman away at that point. I didn't know about Lick You Up or whatever the song is. None of that stuff. I didn't know what it meant.
Right. Well, you know now.
I know. Yeah, that's what's up.
So one of the things I do on here is I ask Twitter if they have questions for you guys. Are y'all ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. The first question, they wanted to know, someone wanted to know, what is your favorite HiFive song to sing on stage? Or if you're walking around the house, wherever.
Okay. It might seem obvious, but for the most part, like the energy that comes from our number one hit, it's always.
It's always on a 12.
No matter how many times you do it, that energy is like, it's new every time. So if you're a real HiFive fan and you know what the number one hit is, I'm pretty sure you could figure that one out. Now, don't get us wrong. Some other nights, it be, the Unconditionals, the Never Should Let You Go's, and those hits. But the number one always finishes it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, the same. Number one, we do a tribute to Tony every time we do that record, and the energy is spectacular. We asked the crowd to throw up their cell phone lights, and it looked like they turned the lights on in the stadium. Like that's how many lights go up, man. So that when you drawing that much love, that type of energy from the crowd, you have no choice but to reciprocate that energy. Yep. Mm-hmm. And it comes out every single time we do Kissing Game. Like that's the one for me.
Okay. What about you, Treston? What's your favorite?
I want to say the same thing, man. Kissing Game, the energy on Kissing Game is ridiculous. Every song that we do has its own type of, energy. You know what I'm saying? But that Kissing Game energy is something about that Kissing Game energy, man. It's like something about that. It's like the heavens. It's like Tony in heaven, and the heaven gates opens up. You know what I'm saying? People have to really be there to have that HiFive experience when that Kissing Game come on. is giving me chills just thinking about it right now. You know,
right now.
Yeah.
You know, that
I can never get
hit.
my phone light in time. I'd be like, where do I find that? Like, and so I just put my arm up. Like, I'm with y'all.
That kissing game hit different, man.
It does.
It's different.
It hit different.
No doubt.
All right. So the next question. Some people wanted to know where, if you guys still talk to Russell and how he's doing, or if you can speak on it.
I personally haven't spoken to Russell in a while. That's pretty much all I know. I don't know anything else. I just know that I haven't spoken to him in a while.
I mean, same here. It's, haven't spoken to him. I mean, such a sad occasion, that's the best words I could come up with for it. But no, I haven't spoken to him since we filmed Unsung.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last time I spoke to Russell too. Unsung.
Okay. All right. And for the last time question, because I know we're running out of time because my Zoom just popped up and told me so. Are there, well, and this question is actually my question because I ask everybody that comes on the show this question. What affirmation are you telling yourself every day to just keep going? Because, this pandemic will wear you down and then the election and then everything else that's going on with just life in general. Is there an affirmation that really just keeps you going?
I have a short one.
Okay.
And I say it to myself or say it out loud every day. And that is faith over fear.
I like it.
Period. Gets me through everything.
I like that.
So it's there's always some light at the end of the tunnel. So faith over fear for me.
Okay.
I mean, it's so interesting. That's the word I was going to use. You kind of have to have that at this point, because I don't know anybody who can see where we're going from here, to be perfectly honest. So when I wake up, I thank God for another day, and I just, ask him to guide me, stay in my heart and guide me, because Lord knows nobody was expecting this part. So you got to have some faith. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I wouldn't have like one specific affirmation. I think that when I wake up in the morning, I just thank God for another day. Thank God for waking me up. And then I have a long list, to be honest. I thank God for gratitude, waking me up. I always say I'm blessed and highly favored. I thank God for everything he's done in my life. I thank God for everything that he's about to do. And I really show a lot of gratitude and thankful for all the things that's happened in my life, that he's able to get me through it. And I also ask God to, continue to work on me to make me a better person. And the list goes on and on. There's not just one thing. I just keep on going. And sometimes my affirmations or what I say in the morning, it changes every day, because I just as it flow from the heart, it comes out my mouth.
Right.
That's how I do it in the morning, and I keep on going until I don't have nothing. Until I honestly run out of things to be thankful. Yeah, to be thankful for. That's how
at that point, it's time to go to sleep and start over again. For
right.
Be thankful all day, baby.
24-hour list, right?
Yeah, man. My list goes on and on. And it's funny you said that, because even during the midday, I'm trying to start the practice of praying and being thankful and reaching out even in the mid part of the day.
Right.
Till it becomes natural, where I'm just praising God during the course of the day and just being thankful and blessed. That's one of the things that I've learned in this quarantine time, is just showing gratitude for all things done. All things, whether, even, there's even situations where it's just bad, but, but, you got to have faith, and you got to know that everything works for God's good, and you know, it is. I know it's hard. It's easier said than done, but I'm me per se, definitely practicing that. I'm practicing that. Some days I fall short, but you know, I'm able to understand and know that they're going. I fell short, you know, a little while ago, and I try to,
That's okay.
you know, ask for forgiveness, and because we all not perfect, and you know, ask for forgiveness, and I move on. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to, you know, to be the best individual that I can be. I make mistakes, you know. I'm not perfect, like I said, but I'm trying to live as you know, be a better man every day. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, I want to thank you so much. I think we have like literally like 1 minute, but thank you so much. I am grateful that you guys are still putting out music, that you guys stopped by, check the rhymes, and you know, just chatted with me. So you got to come back when this music is out.
Yeah.
And when you're back on the road, so we can find out what is in store. And you know, make sure y'all follow me on YouTube, Check the Rhymes TV, and all that fun stuff. And then get you some merch. I don't know if you can see my T-shirt. Let me stand up. T-shirt.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. No doubt. We're gonna make sure when we have something to talk about, you know, some more stuff to talk about. We're gonna make sure we give you the heads up.
Give me the exclusive. We only want exclusives over here.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The exclusive, man. The exclusive.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is HiFive here on Check the Rhymes, y'all.
No doubt. Check the rhyme, y'all.
One love, baby.
Check the rhyme, y'all, baby.
All right.